So hello and thank you very much for watching this video. Myself and Ross were both from Billericay in Essex in England. We wanted to come to Normandy and visit D-Day for D-Day beaches for a long time. The 80th anniversary was too good an opportunity to pass down. So what we've done, we started off in Ouistreham, or Ouistreham as I call it. This is where Ross's grandfather landed some 80 years ago. So we thought that would be a fitting point of entry. We've basically gone along the beaches of Juno, Grande, Omaha and Utah. So we've covered a little bit about on each beach. Along the way I just couldn't resist the interviews, talking to people, the most interested. Whether they be local people or reenactors from around Europe. So we've got serving veterans, we used to say they're serving military types, and also the veterans themselves. We were lucky enough to get some tickets to Bayeux, to the cemetery, for their service there. It was just unbelievable. We got to meet quite a few veterans, either side of 100 years of age, and they're truly amazing people. We also met Canadian and American veterans further up the coast. The French people have been magnificent, and everybody said the same. And if you ever get the chance to visit Normandy, I highly recommend it. Not just for D-Day, but just the food, the culture, the architecture, the beaches. It's just a great place. I would like to say one thing. I do apologise for not covering the US cemetery, or the cemeteries. We just didn't have enough time. But perhaps in the future, when I return, I would like to go more in depth into that side of it. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry it's a bit too long, but I couldn't really cut too much out. Everybody's got something to say. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much. If I can ask you what it means to you to go to Normandy and to visit the beaches for yourself, a young man.
Well, it's always been tradition. I joined the military 6 years ago, and we got battle honours from Pegasus Bridge for the Air Corps, Parachute Regiment previously. So for us going down there, paying respects, I'll meet the rest of my regiment down there as well.
Excellent. So welcome to this very special video as we follow in the footsteps of those who served in the D-Day landings some 80 years ago. We begin by catching a ferry from Portsmouth here in England. Our destination is Ouistreham in Normandy. I'm with my old mate here, Ross from Essex. We're off to Normandy. We're going to see what Ross is looking forward to seeing over there.
D-Day 80.
So Ross, what are you sort of looking forward to seeing in Normandy? Being both from Essex, yeah, and both being sort of historical fans of the period.
Well, my grandfather stormed Saul Beach on D-Day all them years ago.
Wow.
So when I see the beach, like to see all the the pillboxes and all the defences and all the different beaches.
So you want to follow in your granddad's footsteps and see where he landed and so on?
See what he's stand on the same ground as he did all them years, and just have a look about. I bet it looks a bit, well I hope it looks a bit different today. Hope we get a warmer welcome than they got.
That's for sure. I don't think there'll be too many Germans here today.
I'm getting tired and I need somewhere to begin. And if you're having it, why don't we go? So prepare me somewhere.
we look at this map, we've got Ouistreham, which is Sword Beach. Going inland, we've got Pegasus Bridge. Their objective, I believe, was to take Cairn. And we'll look at Merville, is it? Where the cemetery is, just to the east. Now we've made our way to Sword Beach, which received a naval bombardment by the Royal Navy at 0300 hours on the 6th of June, knocking out German defences. It's here some 4 hours later that the British infantry, tanks and engineers made their amphibious landings. Now their aim was to secure Ouistreham beach and town and then move inland towards the city of Cairn, some 15 kilometres away. Now what's fascinating with Normandy is that you'll find museums and places of interest all over the place. Now this is just behind Sword Beach, and if we look straight ahead we can see a museum, or a musee, and I believe that the Germans had fortified a house into sort of a bunker. What a fantastic museum. You can get right into the landing craft. Now I'm guessing this is a smaller version, perhaps for small armoured vehicle, a couple of jeeps, I don't know. So I'm with this lady and gentleman who are over at the museum here, and we're going to ask him a few questions about what it means to come to Normandy. So what does it mean to you to actually come into Normandy? D-Day 80, it's a special occasion, isn't it?
It is a special occasion. I came here on the 75th with an American patrol boat and a crew. The vessel is based in Sandwich in Kent, and it meant a lot for us to be invited over to the 75th.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately this year the boat couldn't make it because we had a few technical issues, but we were due here to be based at Weestrom as well as Pegasus Bridge for the duration of the 14 days we're here.
That's excellent. I'll say you pronounce that very well because I've been calling it Quistriham. So how do you say it?
Weestrom.
Weestrom, there you go.
It's Weestrom.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll carry on Quistriham. Is this your lovely wife?
It is. It's Magdalena, my wife.
Okay, so how do you find it coming over here?
Yes,
being
it's
part of this?
it's my first time, and it's very emotional.
Very emotional.
Yes.
Are you going to different beaches, or are you going to just concentrate here?
Yeah, we'll be going to different beaches and visiting different
Yeah.
museums as well.
Okay. And at night time, you're going to obviously you're into dressing up, so you're going to
Well,
meet like-minded people.
Well, I'm a reenactor. I do US Shore Patrol. I've been doing the US Navy now for about 12 years, hence the fact we have an American patrol boat. So we're here representing the US Shore Patrol, which there isn't many. So we'll be doing the various beaches. We also do USAAF, work with the American veterans as well as the British veterans over in the UK.
That's really interesting. Do you know anything about the this sort of size? You know, any history of this craft?
The landing craft, yeah. When the film.
So, what do you know about this craft?
Well, these vehicles, or this vessel, would have been used for one lightweight vehicle, which would have been probably a jeep, probably something similar to a Sankey trailer, and you would have had troopers on board as well. Some of the others did have the high top armament, because obviously it's only carrying the troopers, and because it's a wooden structure, it would have just been a case of building the vessel and disembarkation. But obviously this one's armoured, protects the vehicles and the munitions and the troops also. So they also vary in size.
So not many of these survive?
No, there were two at Portsmouth. One had actually sunken below the water. I saw it when I was a kid, so that was 40 years ago in Portsmouth Harbour. And obviously they took it out, they stripped it back to basics and rebuilt it. And the one at Portsmouth is still working. They released it 2 years ago with the Times Square Kiss statue that was doing the rounds of all the naval bases. And it was presented to the general public there. So this one I saw, say, 5 years ago. She's a little bit, she looks like it at the moment, but yeah, there are not many left.
Well, thank you for your knowledge and time. Thank
That's
you very
my
much.
pleasure.
Thank you. Enjoy your trip.
Thank you very much.
We have made our way a short distance to Ranville. Now, Ranville was the first French village to be liberated by the British 13th Parachute Battalion. More bullet holes. Hold on. Stay with me. Hold on. Come on, Ross, what you found there?
Yeah. Oh, a few bullet holes. Got a few skulls.
It's definitely one in there, isn't it?
There, look.
I think they were after the Chateau wine myself.
Better get my head down.
It's that beautiful little place, this Ranville. He's off again.
Dad said in East Ham there used to be this old veteran who'd lost it, and he used to be like that with his brolly and throwing like imaginary hand grenades and diving around.
He lost it. He's still in the sea,
Yeah,
no?
it's post-traumatic stress disorder, they call it now, or shell shock, or. There used to be one that used to walk past South Green School when we was at school, and he'd be going.
Oh,
And
really?
he had shell shock.
Today, over 2,500 soldiers and airmen lay in Ranville Cemetery. And most that are buried here are British. So these graves actually represent the German army themselves. And this cemetery also remembers the Allies, such as the Canadians, the Australians, the New Zealanders and the Polish. We've also come across French graves who would have served. I believe this is a French soldier, a volunteer.
All the honeybees and bumblebees enjoying the flowers.
So we have made our way inland to Pegasus Bridge, just a few kilometres from Quistreham. Now this is a replacement of the original, which is just a few hundred metres away, and we'll look at that later. But it was absolutely vital for the Allies to take this bridge from the Germans, as it controlled the main road to the city of Caen.
Major Hyde, I cannot overestimate the importance of your task. The Orne River Bridge must be captured before the enemy can destroy it. This bridge is a vital military artery, and the enemy has prepared it for demolition. It must be taken by surprise and captured intact. Your gliders will land at night without the benefit of ground support. You will assault the garrison, overwhelm it, and hold until relieved. Hold until relieved.
So on the 6th of June at 17 minutes past midnight, D-Day began right here. The British 6th Airborne Brigade landed close by in silent horse gliders, crash landing here at Pegasus Bridge, and also at Horser Bridge just a few hundred metres away. Now each glider carried 28 men, and in total 181 paratroopers and engineers landed right here.
Right. They're great now, aren't they?
We arrived yesterday and we are here until next Saturday.
So you're obviously very interested in D-Day?
Of course, of course.
And where are you going next? Anywhere else?
I don't know.
Well, you enjoy the sun
Oh, sure.
and enjoy the best
Fantastic.
the best seat in the house.
Best seat in the house. Yes.
So today Arlette, the daughter of Therese and George, runs this amazing cafe, and she still remembers the day the cafe was liberated 80 years ago. So we are with the Dutch resistance, who are going to tell us a little bit about what D-Day means to them. So gentlemen, what does D-Day mean to you? I mean, you're obviously a couple of young fellas.
Well, it means almost the start of our freedom. That's we're getting back.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, we remember those days. Our grandparents, parents, they lived through the war and told the stories to us. And of course, they mentioned D-Day. It was the beginning of their hope of getting their freedom back. So
Absolutely. Yeah. So you are representing the resistance. You've obviously got your white onions around your neck.
We are representing with our old Ford car the French resistance.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. So can we have a look at your car?
Yeah, sure.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah. Bonjour.
Bonjour. So,
very carefully, as I said, it's only once.
Okay. I like this. Okay. So, what can we talk about on this car? What is the age of it?
Yeah, it's a pre-model French Ford.
French Ford.
A French Ford, yes.
Okay, interesting.
Like we drove all the way from Holland.
It's a 15-hour drive to work.
Yeah.
15 hours.
Yeah.
So it's very reliable.
Yeah.
No highway, inner roads.
Inner roads,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. 3 weeks ago, the engine was still out. I had to rebuild it. Now it's in, so I had to hurry.
Well, may we look at the engine now?
Yeah,
You've worked
sure.
on it. Would that be all right?
So this is the V8 logo.
Yeah.
And you twist it, and it opens. As you can see, the whole engine is rebuilt.
Wow, a lot of labour and love have gone into this. Can I ask you, do you remember your grandparents telling you any stories or anything that would be of interest to the viewers?
He's my brother's a bit older, so
Yeah,
he remembers the most.
Yeah, I interviewed my grandfather a lot. He talked much about the fight between the Germans and the Canadians aside the channel. And yeah, he lived through that. And
Would that be Juno, would it? Or?
no, it was in the Netherlands.
Oh, sorry, in
Yeah.
the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in the Netherlands, he went through the fightings of the German and Canadians along the channel. And yeah, it was really interesting.
Well, you enjoy the rest of your time here. How long are you here for in D-Day?
8 days.
Oh, you have a great
Yeah.
time. You eat very well.
Yes, thank you.
Are you also from the Netherlands?
Yes, I'm afraid so. Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Can't help it.
And how long did it take you to get here? It's not 15 hours.
No. I believe 10 hours, something like that.
That's not too bad.
10 hours, so just fine.
Lovely weather and lovely company, and you can have a lot of fun.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's why we're
Enjoy yourselves.
Thank you very much.
These lovely people who have been coming here quite a while, many years from what I understand.
1987.
87. So what's actually brought you over here every year?
We had the military vehicles and
we've had
collections. We've had military vehicles,
and collections of
collected
both British
militaria.
and American.
And my dad's uncle came here ashore on June 7th. He was in a reconnaissance corps, so...
It's like my friend I'm with today who's wandering around up Pegasus Bridge at the moment. His grandfather actually landed at Sword Beach. So it's quite emotional for him,
Yeah.
But what a fantastic event. And inside there's actual Bruce from the antique dealers.
But when we used to come, this place, this museum didn't exist.
The bridge was where the bridge
and the bridge,
was. Yeah.
the original bridge was still in place.
You're right.
Yeah.
And as I said, that was...
So I hope people realise that bridge is not the original.
Most don't.
Now you said it, yeah.
But it's good that they did a almost faithful reproduction of it. So.
Yeah. I'm looking at the big wheels, the turning wheels of it.
That's because I haven't cleaned it, yeah.
They're all rusty, they're all rusty.
Right, well I'll leave you to it.
Nice
and
to
you have
meet
a
you.
really good day, yeah?
Yeah,
Cheers.
we will.
It's happened before.
Yeah.
He deliberately left the door open and he said, I'm going to get shot.
So we're with Bruce Prompton of the, what's the programme?
Might do combat dealers and amazing war stories. Now, amazing
And
war.
my mind's gone blank.
Okay.
Living legend.
Okay.
So can you tell the viewers what D-Day means to you? The whole
D-Day,
event?
listen, everything that I do now, including combat dealers and amazing war stories, is all about preserving the honour of the sacrifice of the people that gave the freedom that Europe's got today. So I come here all the time, I'm very close to them, I've got my own museum, but my big mission in life is to promote museums. Now, out here, it's done fantastically. Unfortunately, I can't say the same's been done the same in the UK. We're losing museums every month, and you know, it's a disgrace. It's our heritage, and to see the way people respect what our forefathers did during the war to preserve freedom out here is fantastic.
What do you think the solution is in England? Is it,
what's the solution? I don't know. I can't get political. As I say, at the end of the day, you know, certainly we've got to have a complete change round of whatever's going on, because we've lost our way. We've lost our way in the UK, and when you come to a museum like this, you can see they haven't. It's fantastic. And so for me, coming here and representing the people, I'm the ambassador for the Parachute Regiment. That's my official role. So I've got a lot of events today and over the next couple of days, but it's all to promote museums and try and get people to come and support museums who honour and support the veterans.
Absolutely. Where are you off to today, Bruce?
So I'm going to Merville. I've got to go and I've got to meet people all over the place. So I'm going to Merville, coming back here today, but I'm going to base the next couple of days basically around this area.
Thanks for your time and what you do for the whole event.
No problem. Thank you very much.
So I'm with Neil Barber, who's a historian and author on the paratroopers, is that right? Pegasus Bridge?
Well, glider troops who captured it, yes.
Sorry.
You could put to the most handsome bloke you've seen this week, or you could say to some ugly bugger from the north of England. So I'd simply say, please sign it. Thank you.
Have you got any questions or anything like that?
So Neil, can you tell the viewers what got you into this line of work, you know, writing about the... Is it specifically
6 Airborne in Normandy.
Okay, so what started that off?
It was an accident, really. My uncle was in the Middlesex Regiment, and he went right through the war, Dunkirk, Alamein, Sicily, Normandy, and as a kid he always told me about the Chateau St Con, Ranville Ridge, and how bad it was. And we came over, I brought him over in '94, and we actually visited the chateau.
So that's literally 30 years ago, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And because there hadn't been much written about it, because he told me how ferocious the fighting had been. So I started to little scratch around for my own benefit. Found out the Middlesex were only there for one night on the Black Watch, and it was a Knights Parachute Battalion battle. So I started talking to one or two of them, thinking they'd say, well, who the hell are you?
Yeah, exactly.
No one ever did, so I just carried on, and ended up spending 5 years going around interviewing all the Knights Parachute Battalion veterans.
Wow. And you've basically documented it?
Yes, yeah. I was amazed that no one had really spoken to him. There was only one or two that had ever been interviewed. But I had such good help as well from Colonel Otway, the CO, Napier Crookenden, who took over from the Terence Otway, and Brigadier James Hill.
Wow. Wow.
Just fantastic men.
So yesterday I was actually talking to a German fella who was, when he was 15, he actually had tea with, is it Major Howard?
Yes, yeah.
I'm not very familiar with the names, and he was telling me that he didn't know at the time who they were. It was only that afterwards he said, gave him his name, and I said, what an incredible experience. So he was 15, he's probably about 50 now, and he's been coming back ever since. It does affect you, doesn't it?
It does.
Meeting these.
I fell in love with the area. That's why I ended up writing about Pegasus Bridge, because doing all that research about Merville and the Ridge, it just become a fascinating area.
It is.
And if you, next thing to do is find out more about Pegasus Bridge, and I thought, well, there's been so much written about it, but when you actually start digging, you find really it's all regurgitating information.
Yeah, I'm quite interested in the other bridge, you know, that goes over the Orne Canal. Is it the Orne? Yeah. Because that's probably not so well documented, is it, or known about?
It hasn't been, no.
No.
No, and there's obviously a tale to tell there, very much so.
Could be another book for you.
Oh no, it's in there.
Oh, sorry. All right, well anyway, I'll leave you to it, and thanks for...
Pleasure.
You gotta love the French. Look at this. Have you ever seen this? You can put a load on while you're shopping. Can you believe that? It's not a bad idea, is it? We've gone a little further up the coast to Hermanville-sur-Mer. And if you look at it today, it's a gorgeous beach. They have got some lovely beaches here. Now we have a look what it was like in '44.
That's that house there, look.
If we look at this picture here, it looks like we've just come down this ramp here, and this house here is just up there. It's right there. So if you step back, this is the sort of entrance where the cafe is. That's where all the troop action and the landing craft was down here. And if we look into the distance, there's the house. It's hard to believe, isn't it, Ross? It's a landing zone here.
Cool. Crazy. I put it on my nose all over. And then I forgot about it, and I wondered why everyone was looking at me and laughing.
Seaweed?
I started to get paranoid. Then I looked in the mirror when I went in the toilet.
Nothing unusual there.
I could see what they was laughing at.
Well, let's go and have a crepe. Well, let's have a galette. Like a pank with waffle, I think. Bonjour.
Bonjour. Hello.
Hello. Okay. Oh wow, fantastic.
Oh, voila.
Bon appétit.
Thank you. Like I say, you never quite know what you'll find over here. So we've just left having that lovely crepe. We've found an English tank right just off the beach. He's off again.
Another round.
Where you got Ross?
they must have died. That would have killed them. That would have killed. That's gone through. And then it's all the splinters inside. Mincher. So it must have been knocked out here.
I think that's a separate round. That one's
yeah, that's
split the corner.
Yeah, that's gone through. It looks like two's gone through. So it got it there, and then another one come from there.
So now we're in a little village called Luc-sur-Mer, which is just before Juno. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this was liberated by the commandos, the British commandos. The French have actually laid on a memorial stone. So it looks like the commandos made a landing here in 1941 and 1944. Basically what the sign says is the commando unit reached Luc-sur-Mer at 1:30 PM. Some of the troops secured the streets where there were lone snipers, while 2 troops set off to lay siege at the strong point on the cliffs. So as you travel around Normandy, if you look up what the French have done, they put up flags for the heroes, which they call them, from World War II. And this, for example, is Bernard R. Reynolds of the 46th Royal Marine Commandos. Oh, we're now at St. Aubin on the way to Juno Beach, and this was liberated, I believe, by the commandos from Britain. Now if we go down here, we've got a German sort of emplacement with a heavy gun, heavy artillery piece. So what he says on the front there is it's a Deutsche Panzer, whatever it was, 50mm.
Oh, it's anti-tank.
Oh, sorry. Oh, it'd give you a nasty headache, wouldn't it, if this hit you? Around from this. Well, you know you're in France when you see a sign like that. It's got the Calvados on the top.
Someone will go, "Oi, leave my bollocks alone."
I'm guessing I'm with this amazing gentleman who was actually here. I'm taking a calculated guess, but I do know that this young man is his son. What can you tell me about yourself?
Well, I'm Jim Parks. I'm from
Royal Winnipeg Rifles.
I'm Jim Parks. In World War II, I was with the Winnipeg Rifles, and we landed on Juno Beach. And this area here is part of the same places that we fought through on after D-Day, you know, right through, because it was pretty busy for a while. We went in about 8 miles inland to Bretteville and Pouteau, and there's that sort of a line.
Well, I'm nodding, I don't know where you're talking about.
But it's here.
Yeah, it's around here, it's 8 miles in, yeah?
Yeah, 8 miles in, yeah.
8 miles inland, yeah. And we were pretty good until the Germans, they had launched a counterattack on June the 8th, 2 days after D-Day. And there's a big battle on Puteaux and Riffles. Yeah. And I was in Puteaux. And we had a counterattack because they took our Puteaux. We had a counterattack to take it back.
Okay.
Yeah, you know.
What was it, infantry or panzers?
Infantry.
Infantry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some panzers, yeah.
It was a tough fight for you? Was it a tough fight for you?
Oh, it was
very tough, yeah.
Very. That was a major battle because if they had have gotten through, they would have went right to the beach.
Okay, I've got you.
They could have got to the beach if we didn't stop them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you had to stop.
And that wouldn't be good. They go to the beach and they take out everything.
You'd lose your flanks.
Yeah.
I actually know a guy from Essex. So I'm from England in Essex.
Yeah.
I know a guy. He's 104 called Don Shepherd, and he landed here with the Royal Engineers.
Yep. Yeah.
After you lads landed here, the Canadians, and he can't be here, but he's still doing well. But he's staying in England, so I'd like to, show my respects to him. So just letting you know that he was.
He's still around?
He's still around. He's 104. So
104.
So how old are you?
99.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, you're doing really well. So where are you off to on the rest of your trip?
Well, we're doing some special events at the Juno Beach Center tomorrow. Unveiling of a new Legion jacket and a new memorial inside, and then we're here for the event. And then we're also tomorrow we're doing with a historian. We're following the Royal Winnipeg Rifles to Puteaux.
Okay.
Battlefields, and going to Puteaux and seeing the battlefields there, and we're also just
having a look around.
Having a look around.
So you're obviously very proud of the Winnipeg.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, good for you.
And just so you know, there is a movie playing at about 6 different days here. It's called The Little Black Devils, Juno to Puteaux. And it was just released we went to the opening of it because my dad participated in the movie, providing information, but someone plays my dad, one of many people in there.
Okay, well, I'll shake your hand, sir.
Great.
You're a great man.
Yeah.
And you've done a lot of service for this country.
Thank you very much.
And Europe as a whole. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Too.
Okay.
Bye.
Take care.
You sound like a Scotsman.
I say a lot of Scotsman. Thank you.
Thank you.
See you later.
Yeah. 99? Almost 100.
Yeah. Pretty soon, yeah.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving west from Sword Beach, we now reach Juno Beach. Taking Juno was down to the 1st Canadian Army and Britain's Royal Marine Commandos. Their objectives was to seize the Cairn to Bayeux Road and nearby airstrip. The problem they would have to battle through the German 716th Infantry and 21st Panzer Divisions. Now the Canadians, they encountered heavy resistance, and on that day 340 Allies lost their lives. The German numbers are unknown.
It's over there. So do you think that is actually an oil rig?
Yeah.
Or it's just a 21st century boat?
No, it looks to me like it's an oil rig.
What a lovely accent. Can I ask you where you're from?
We're actually from Hunferth, West Yorkshire.
West Yorkshire.
Yeah.
And you're all the way down here in sunny Juno Beach.
We are. By default, actually. A week ago, we didn't know that we were going to be here.
Right.
Because through demise of someone else, due to the motorhome being broken into,
Oh, okay.
we were offered the place at the campsite.
Oh,
so we got we got the last ferry crossing.
Yep.
On the Sunday the night of the
Game on Friday.
Friday. Sorry, got the days on.
Yeah.
Oh,
You lose track of time over here.
Oh,
You haven't been drinking that Calvados, have you?
No, we haven't.
No.
Although we have had a bottle again.
I'm going to have a go.
We're Ricarders. We're Ricard drinkers
Yeah,
and
but,
bottles of
it's
cider.
a good chance to be here in France again, and we didn't think we were going to be here this year.
And like you say, do a bit of dancing.
Yeah.
Keep yourself fit, like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, we were
with the
dancing
music.
last night.
Yeah?
Yeah, we were, and
Definitely.
we're looking to do a Ray Collins thing. I think he's on the 6th and the 7th, or the 7th and the 8th maybe, in Lyon-sur-Mer.
Oh, you got,
So we're a Ray Collins
you got the
fan.
pronunciation right.
Yeah.
Well, not really.
Then we have a friend who's a DJ, they call him Swing Maniac.
Okay.
He's playing down at Lyon-sur-Mer
Oh, lovely.
on the 8th.
Oh, yes, we
and
passed through
9th.
there.
Yeah, so that's
So
why
good
we're
on you. I'll
wandering
leave you
back.
to it. Enjoy your lovely day. You look the part.
Well, thank you very
And,
much.
yeah, enjoy the rest of your
Well,
trip.
Enjoy your trip as well.
I don't know what you're going to do with that, but anyway.
You'll find out.
You never know in life.
I don't understand French, but you can well tell there's something with these French people on this poster that's well connected with Juno. I'm taking a calculated guess. They assisted in the liberation of the beach in some way. Perhaps they were resistance fighters, I don't know. Right, so now we're going off to the famous Canada House, which took a lot of fighting, and I believe the Canadian government bought and is now protected in such a way.
Voilà le Poppies Aluminium Flower, fleur du souvenir du Commonwealth, et c'est moi qui fais ça, je viens d'Alsace.
Beautiful.
Voilà, merci.
Now, I had the privilege of interviewing D-Day veteran Don Shepherd, who landed here by jeep in 1944. Now, Don still lives in Essex. He's 104, and I honour him and all his generation, including that fine gentleman we met from Canada. I'm with this gentleman who's from Quebec. So, how can you tell me what this means to you? Because obviously you've got a connection with Canada and France.
Yeah. So we're here because we had to do a little ceremony at the Juno Center, and you know, we were from the Sherbrooke Regiment. I'm the new commanding officer.
Oh, I salute you.
So, thank you.
You're the chief.
So I'm here with old friends.
Yep.
Ex-members of the Sherbrooke Regiment, or Sherbrooke Fusilier Regiment. I got Reg Force members also. One plus Lieutenant Colonel Michel Garand is also a member, active member right now with the 57 Medical Company. So we're all here to visit. We're here for about 12 days, and we're going to be part of the big ceremony on the 6th of June. Because, as I mentioned, the Sherbrooke Fusiliers were here in the 6th June in 1944, and this is where we
Yes.
our
Yes,
know,
I
ancestor.
understand. Lay your respect.
Yeah, this is where they came first when
Yes.
they got on the beach.
It's a beautiful building, isn't it? But now have a look at this picture. Exactly the same building. Look at the stonework.